ever feel like you're carrying everyone else's emotions on your back? That's not empathy, it's training. Here's what happens when your brain wires itself around survival instead of boundaries. You stop reading your own feelings and start scanning everyone else's. You walk into a room and instantly know who's tense, who's angry, who's checked out, because somewhere along the way, your nervous system decided their mood equals your safety. So when somebody sighs, frowns, or snaps, it doesn't just register as their frustration. Your body interprets it as your failure. Suddenly you're in fix-it mode, rewriting emails, softening your tone, over-explaining anything to keep the peace. That's not compassion, that's hypervigilance. It's the residue of being the emotional regulator, probably in your family. The one who had to calm down a parent or mediate fights or manage a sibling's meltdown. You learned love meant absorbing other people's storms. But here's the shift. Other people's emotions are just data, not directives. They tell you what someone else is experiencing. They don't tell you how to act or who you have to be. You can notice sadness without becoming sad. You can witness anger without shrinking into panic. You can hear disappointment without wearing it as shame. Your emotional energy belongs to you first. That's not selfish. That's the boundary you were never taught. So if this hit a nerve, drop guilty in the comments, because the first step is even noticing it's happening.
Something that top performers do at work, and they don't teach it to you in any sort of onboarding or training. I'm sure this has happened to you where you've received an email, you open it, and you have no idea what you're supposed to do with it. Top performers make it incredibly clear for you to receive an email and know immediately what you need to do. Here's a few ways they can do it. Use the bluff method, which means bottom line up front. Instead of your email looking like this, where the request is buried deep in the email, you have the key takeaway, the key request at the start of your email. The second thing that works is to use selective formatting, bolding, highlighting, underline, to call out the request specifically. Instead of something like this, your request might look something more like this. People will want to keep working with you if you're somebody that's easy to work with.
Are you ready for the truth? If they never ask your side of the story, that tells you everything you need to know. See, trust doesn't live in silence. Trust shows up when someone says, "Hey, I heard this. What's true?" If that moment never comes, what they heard is exactly what they believe about you, and that's not a misunderstanding. That's a decision. Here's the hard truth. People who want to be in your corner will give you space to be human. They'll ask, they'll clarify, they'll stay curious. But the ones who are quick to run with rumors, they weren't rooting for you to begin with. And you don't know explanations to people committed to misreading you. Some folks don't want clarity. They want a version of you that makes their story work. No amount of defending yourself will change that. So here's the shift. Stop spending energy on people who made up their mind before you ever opened your mouth. Save your explanations for the people who already know your character. They don't need paragraphs of proof. They already see you. The lesson? Protect your energy. Let the noise run its course. Let the people who matter circle around you and find the truth. And you won't have to beg them to believe it. Now, if this was a truth bomb, drop truth in the comments. Let's be honest, you can't say fuck you at work, but you can say it if you are fluent in corporate. I'm going to give you 4 phrases that work like a charm without getting dragged into HR. So save this video because you're going to need it. 1, thanks for your input. I'll take it from here. That's code for you've done enough. Please stop touching it now. 2, if that's the direction you want to go, I'll make a note of it. The translation? I'm putting this in writing and you can deal with the consequences later. 3, I disagree, but happy to escalate if that's the next step. That's the professional version of try me. And 4, and this one is my personal favorite. Understood. No follow-up, no smile, no tone, just one word that says, I heard you and I'm not impressed. We're done. None of these are rude. None of these get you written up, but they all say exactly what you mean without losing your cool. Now, in the comments, tell me your favorites. Do you want to talk about bullies at work? Yeah, they don't all disappear after middle school. Some just get promoted. Here is the reality. An estimated 48.6 million Americans are bullied at work. That's not a drama problem, that's a workplace epidemic. And if you've ever had to deal with one, you already know. They don't always scream. Sometimes they sabotage, they undermine, gaslight, and isolate. And then they smile in meetings like nothing even happened. This isn't about just ignore it. It's about learning how to protect yourself while staying professional. If your gut's been saying this doesn't feel right, you're not too sensitive. You're probably being targeted. I want to hear from you. Drop a comment if you've experienced any of this at work, or if you're dealing with it now. Your story could help someone else realize they are not alone. Let's walk through it together, step by step. Let's be honest, you can't say fuck you at work, but you can say it if you are fluent in corporate. I'm going to give you 4 phrases that work like a charm without getting dragged into HR. So save this video because you're going to need it. 1, thanks for your input. I'll take it from here. That's code for you've done enough. Please stop touching it now. 2, if that's the direction you want to go, I'll make a note of it. The translation? I'm putting this in writing and you can deal with the consequences later. 3, I disagree, but happy to escalate if that's the next step. That's the professional version of try me. And 4, and this one is my personal favorite. Understood. No follow-up, no smile, no tone, just one word that says, I heard you and I'm not impressed. We're done. None of these are rude. None of these get you written up, but they all say exactly what you mean without losing your cool. Now, in the comments, tell me your favorites. Here's the mindset shift that's going to save your career. Stop expecting your boss to act rationally. Your boss is about as rational as a puppy that just heard the doorbell. By the end of this post, you will have the tactics to manage your boss and maybe your new pet as well. Most people keep making the same mistake at work. They try to manage their boss with logic. They build the perfect PowerPoint, line up the facts, and think, if I just explain this clearly, they'll get it. Wrong. Some bosses don't run on logic. They run on pure emotion. If you don't get that, you'll burn yourself out trying to win arguments you were never going to win. So here's the reframe. Stop thinking of your boss as a leader you need to persuade. Start thinking of them like an unpredictable pet. You don't reason with a barking dog or a startled cat. You manage their behavior so the chaos doesn't take over the whole house. When they blow up in a meeting, that's just noise, not a personal attack. When they flood you with